What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Vader's first legion of stormtroopers, his kind of personal legion, and there was something about their introduction in Thrawn Alliances that just confused me, and I needed someone to explain it to me, so I had Timothy Zahn do that at DragonCon. I just asked him to talk about their makeup, how they were created, both behind the scenes and in universe, and he told me. So this is a clip from our full interview that I had with him. We'll play that, and then we'll come back to discuss it.
Who better to explain it but him?
Yeah.
There was something in Thrawn Alliances that I am actually hoping you can explain to me a little bit. The first
That's the name
Legion,
of the show.
Yeah. The First Legion.
Yes.
Are they a subset of the 501st Legion, or are they something new?
This is something that came from Story Group. They said you can't actually have the 501st be under Vader's control because it was under Anakin's control.
Okay.
And where Vader would want to push up away any connection. So by putting 501st in Clone Wars, Lucas actually kind of ruined the Vaders Fist thing.
Huh.
So, okay, it cannot be the 501st. So I just built a subset of it, recruitment from it, that's called the First Legion. I think Vader would feel okay with that. So he's sort of still in charge of elements of the 501st, but not on paper. And I can see the logic in that. Vader would want to separate himself, would not. Why are you running Anakin's old Legion? So the logic makes sense, but I really hated to lose that connection, so we kind of compromised with the First Legion thing.
I hadn't ever considered that he might want to separate things, and it does make sense.
It makes a lot of internal logic, but I hadn't thought about it either till Story Group pointed it out.
Right.
And okay, well that's the way it is. I can see how that has to be.
Now he's pulling like the best of the best of the best.
Yeah,
and
pretty
just
much.
Keeps
Yeah.
funneling down.
Well, Vader would do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that pretty much makes sense. I was a little bit confused as to whether or not the First Legion was part of the 501st still. It sounds like they're not. It's just stormtroopers who are handpicked from the 501st. So now it's like you have the 501st, which is still an elite stormtrooper legion, and then Vader picks the best from that group to be his kind of personal command.
It makes sense for Vader.
Yeah, I mean, he just wants all the best around him all the time. Maybe that's why people are like, oh, stormtroopers are scary, because they run into the First Legion and the rest of them are just garbage.
Yeah, and this is interesting because I know we've talked about this in Q&As before about how Vader and Anakin are two separate characters.
Yeah.
Almost like two separate people. And yeah, Timothy Zahn talks about how the Story Group pointed it out that he would want to separate himself from the 501st and have his own thing.
Yeah, it's interesting that that's a mandate from the Story Group, that they are saying, no, Vader and Anakin aren't necessarily two separate personalities, but it's more that Vader is trying to separate himself from who he once was.
Yeah.
And they're making a greater effort to do that. Tim also brought up Vader's Fist, which that was a Legends thing. And this is funny because Zahn is kind of, I don't know, responsible for having the 501st brought into Star Wars at all. They were the fan group first, and then Timothy Zahn wrote them into some stories, and then George Lucas heard about all of that and was like, oh yeah, let's put him in Revenge of the Sith too.
That's so cool.
Which is great. So he has like this really personal connection with the 501st, and I like that they let him compromise, where it's like the First Legion it can be part kind of the 501st. It can still be troopers from the 501st. And yeah, they had the nickname Vader's Fist back in Legends. He said that that's kind of ruined now. I don't think that's the case. I think you just call the First Legion Vader's Fist now.
Yeah. You could tell a part of him was like, I wrote that and I thought it was really cool. But, you know, he's
a pro.
He's a pro, and he gets along with Story Group great, and, you know, he's just happy to be involved. So I like that they came to a compromise on that.
Yeah, he had a lot of great things to say about the Story Group at the authors panel and his own panel at DragonCon, but yeah, it's like they're willing to work with you, and they're sticking to this whole Vader wouldn't handle Anakin's 501st.
Right.
He needs something new, because he's trying to smash that part of his life down into the depths of his mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting to see that creative process. But like I said, this is just part of a longer interview I did with Timothy Zahn. It's about 20 minutes long, and you've probably noticed that I've been releasing a lot of little clips from this interview throughout the past few weeks, and you can watch all those. Or if you want to see the full uncut 20-minute interview, we made that available for all of our patrons. So you can check out the link in the description if you're interested in that. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel,
and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.